What's up, YouTube? Y'all know who it is. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about agreeing to disagree. Now, somewhere along the way, people started believing that if someone else sees something differently than you do, it automatically means that there has to be tension, distance, division, but that's not true. Different opinions don't mean disrespect all the time, y'all. They just mean different experiences build our different perspectives. That's it. I believe that we living in a time where too many people mistake disagreement for being disrespect. If you don't agree, then they're going to label you as a hater. If you see it another way, they're going to think that you being shady. But I believe that disagreeing is part of a conversation. It's part of learning. Every disagreement isn't an argument. It's just two people standing on their own truth. And we can do that without tearing each other down, especially on this internet. You feel me? I've learned how to agree to disagree without taking it personal. For me, it's not about being right. It's about understanding that two people can look at the same situation and see two completely different truths and both can be valid. Stop feeling like you have to fight to prove a point. I know how it feels to be invested in a topic, especially when it hits close to home. When you cover stories, when you use your platform to speak on real life situations, it's natural to feel emotionally connected. You might fight anger, sadness, empathy, even frustration when someone disagrees with your take. But that's okay. That's what makes dialogue powerful. That's what builds these communities when different people bring different energies, different facts, different feelings to the table. You can be passionate and respectful at the same time. You can disagree without being dismissive. I've had friends who see things completely opposite from me, y'all. We've had long talks. We go back and forth. At the end of the conversation, we still love each other. In my eyes, that's what real respect look like. It's not about control. It's about coexistence. You can love somebody and not agree with how they move or how they feel or any of that. You can support somebody and still question their choices. That doesn't make you fake. That makes you honest. That makes you you. We've got to stop letting small differences make us feel divided. Everybody wants to be heard, but very few people want to listen. That's where the real problem lies. We have to learn to listen and not listen to respond, but to understand. Because sometimes people aren't looking for you to change their mind. They just want to be acknowledged and they want to be heard. They just want to know that their perspective matters too. You don't have to lose yourself to hear someone else. You don't have to shrink your truth to make somebody else comfortable. You can stand firm on what you believe and still give others the grace to stand on theirs. I personally like a healthy debate. I like learning how other people see things because every time someone challenges your thinking, it's an opportunity for reflection, not an invitation for conflict and fussing and fighting. Healthy debates build context. It builds awareness. It helps you see beyond the surface. It reminds you that life isn't one-sided. There's always another layer to every story, another side to every truth, and another reason behind every reaction. And that's just what I learned. I've learned that agreeing to disagree is such a mature thing. It's saying, I respect you enough to let you stand on your beliefs without feeling like I have to tear you down to lift mine up. Period. Sometimes the loudest people in the room are the ones who can't handle being wrong. But strong people, secure people, they can handle conversation. They can say, I hear you, but I still see it differently. And that's how I am with it. And that's okay. That's what keeps relationships balanced and people united and discussions real. I love when we can be united and still think differently. We can respect each other and still disagree. Unity doesn't mean that we all have to talk the same, walk the same, and look the same, think the same, or believe the same. It just means that we still treat each other with love even when we don't agree. The internet gives so many people voices. It has made people forget that. The minute that you question something, it's you're negative. The minute you bring a different perspective, it's you're messy. No, you're human. And as long as you're speaking with integrity and respect, your opinion deserves space too, period. We got to stop letting algorithms and comment sections dictate how we communicate. It's okay to challenge people respectfully. It's okay to walk away from conversations that aren't healthy. It's okay to hold your peace when you realize the goal isn't understanding. It's ego. Because on this internet, we'll never all agree on everything. But we still can move with grace. We still can move with love and with respect. That's how we're going to grow. That's how we're going to build. That's how we're going to keep our peace in a world full of hate. You don't have to just prove a point to protect your peace. You don't have to fight to have a voice. Agreeing to disagree isn't losing. It's making us leaders. Because real leaders and real thinkers, real grown folks, they know it's never about being right. It's about being real. And being real means respecting what you don't understand and still standing firm in your truth without tearing down anybody else's truth. And that's just all I'm saying. Period. And shout out to my sis, keeping it real with Am. Sometimes me and my sis don't have the same opinions on these topics that we are covering. But guess what? We still respect each other's opinion. We still support each other's platform. And that's how it's supposed to be. Period.
Welcome to corporate thugging. What makeup? Well, I'm corporate, but I'm still thugging. Walking clean.